Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today I want to talk a bit about the game because, to be honest, I haven't been able to work on it as much as I'd hoped I would be able to, mainly because I've been having technical issues with my computer. I'm working on that. I am working on getting it fixed, so hopefully within the next couple of days I can get back to normal everyday work on that. I've been working on mapping recently, so that's about fun. I want to see about getting a playable demo at least done by the end of September, the beginning of October, because I want to be able to get that done for you guys to have a proof of concept for next year. Because I'm dropping, for now I'm dropping the RPG. I'm just going to be working on Sunset Skies because I can't really focus on two projects at once. And the more complicated project is definitely going to be the RPG game. So I'm going to be putting that on the back burner and going back to basics and just working on the Sunset Skies game. I'm going to be working on the story and characters and scenes and everything else. There's not really much that anybody else other than myself can actually do right now. I can maybe hopefully within the next few months have the sound design starting to be needing some outside help, and then I can get some people in then. But right now all I'm doing is I'm doing the mapping, I'm doing the designing of the characters and everything else. And I'm working on that because that is going to be the biggest impact. And also the biggest, yeah. I'm trying to think. The biggest challenge for me going forward is all that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I wanted to talk a bit more about the game, actually. So I want to talk about the main premise of the game because this game is going to be influenced and, in fact, inspired a lot by the example of Finding Paradise and To the Moon from Freebird Games. Con Gao and the team there are really awesome, and I'd really like to have this as a pitch to be able to possibly work with them in the future on their next titles, although I probably won't be able to, but you never know. I do want to be able to do more with game design in the future, so there's always that. I really, really want to make a good video game that tells a good story. So the main premise of this is going through the life of Joshua. I haven't thought of a last name for him yet. He's an older gentleman now. He's got a lot of regrets in life, and he wants to go back and change some of the things that didn't go as well as he thought. Now, unlike To the Moon, this is not going to be a coma dream where he ends up believing that he did everything he wanted to do when in actuality he didn't. This is going to be more of a Back to the Future-esque game. It's going to be more fantasy than anything. I'm going to have angels and demons and all kinds of fantasy stuff in it rather than the technological aspect that we saw in the Freebird games. I'm also going to work in a bit of my own personal story into this. I'm going to make it more of a story of myself in a way, a story of my own life, a story of how I was able to grow up and do more than I thought I was, but then I want to make it kind of something that hits home to me, because if it hits home here, then it'll hit home with you guys. And I want that to be the main focus of the game, is the emotional impact that you get. Because that was the biggest draw that I had with To the Moon and Finding Paradise. It's the whole reason that for a year I had an old copy that I got from a less than reputable website that wasn't through Steam or anything. It was just the file itself. And I saved up money to be able to buy the legit copy because I really wanted to support them. But the first time I played it was on a bootleg copy of it. And I really loved the game, and so I decided I was going to buy it because I buy the things I want to support. And then when Finding Paradise came out, I immediately knew I needed to pay for that one too, because I wanted to outright support them and their goal of being able to reach the masses with interactive stories and just the game design that they have. You'd never know it was made with RPG Maker. The sheer amount of level design that was put into every single detail, whether it was the characters or the settings or the interactivity. I mean, it doesn't play like an RPG Maker game. It's not an RPG Maker game, really. I mean, in the original game, in the first game, To the Moon, towards the beginning of the game, they have a little RPG battle session to poke fun at the fact that they use RPG Maker, I think it was XP at the time, to make the game, because it was back in 2011. Dang, that long ago. And we're coming up on, in 2 years, we're coming up on the 10th anniversary of the first game. The first, I guess you could call it the first actual release from them. I mean, they had a couple of games previously. They had the Mirror Light and Quintessence, which has been heavily hinted that they're going to remaster that and redo that and maybe release an updated version of it. I don't know. We might see it eventually, but again, I'm happy with what we get. I'm happy with what we get. And what I like about To the Moon, especially, is, and Freebird's games as a whole, is just the amount of world building that they do. The story, the backstories of the characters, the fleshing out of events, the connection of events. It's really awesome. It really does make a whole lot of sense. And I want to make that what my game is. I want that to be what my game can be. So, over the next year, I'm going to be developing a game that hopefully will make people think a bit more about what they want their life to be, what they want their impact to be, and what, eventually, what their final destiny is, what they really feel they're meant to do, what they're meant to be, what they're meant to become. Because that's really the biggest part of being a human, is figuring out who you are and then learning how to be the best you can be. That's the most awesome thing about humanity. We can choose. So that's why I want to make this game. I hope you guys have a great day. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you guys again very soon, because I'm going to be making more videos more often. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.